Ooh, 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 ooh. Welcome back to MMA Underground, your favorite part of Tuesday. And as you see, cardio is key, but that's coming from the one and only.
Sam K. And shit, man, we got a phenomenal guest back in the building. We have the one, the only Scrapyard's champion, one of the most prolific, one of the youngest, one of the longest running records in the game. Lights out.
Let's go. You
Ooh,
already
ooh, 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 ooh.
let's go.
What's up, brother?
So with you, man.
Chilling, chilling.
Hell yeah.
Man, exciting, man. I'm ready for this Tuesday. Favorite part of it, MMA Underground. I have a good time. And man, I gotta say, we're coming off and we have an upcoming West Coast anniversary this month. Last month, we had the Scrapyard anniversary. And if I'm not mistaken, you had two fights that day, right? Lights out?
Uh, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did. I mean, I fight so many people, I kind of forget sometimes. So I mean, maybe I did. What was that? Like 2 months ago, last month, right?
Yeah, last month.
No, last month I went against one person. I think it was OG Dabs.
Yeah, no, I remember OG Dabs. I remember that fight, and you just fought with the chef. Was that this past month or?
Jeff
Yeah,
and
that one, and then
Casper.
oh, I'm spacing on the other dude's name. He was
Casper.
like, yeah, Casper. Yeah, those were some fun fights to watch, man. And yes, Ryan, you're right. Lights out never gets tired. You guys gotta watch this fight.
Those are two. Those are two
Oh,
on the
My
same.
boy got infinite cardio.
Cardio.
I like it.
Infinite cardio.
Cardio is key.
Something that was mentioned in your introduction was the fact that not only are you one of the youngest champions, but you're one of the longest running champions at the same time.
Yeah.
Uh, and to Buddy's credit, the question he just asked, you had to really sit there and think because you've had so many opponents. What is one opponent that stood out this year?
Um, I mean, there's a lot, you know. Uh, but if I could say any of them, I'll probably say OG Dabs. And the reason why I want to say that is because, the first time I went against OG Dabs, I was 4-2 and I lost. So to come back and to do it again, and to fight him and win is just like, okay, I lost the first time, but I've got better, and me and him were talking, and hey, for all the people who are going to see that fight, you know what I'm saying? Just look forward to a part 3 because me and him were talking about a trilogy, and we're not done.
Fun to watch. And that's crazy you brought that up because one of the things I was gonna ask you is being 35-7, obviously having 7 losses, would there be anyone that you would ever want to have a rematch with? I mean, you got the win from OG Dabs. We already know, woo. But out of the 6 remaining, anyone kind of stand out that you think you'd want to go and get that win back?
I mean, I most definitely wanted to go against Goon, and I told him let's go in a boxing match. You beat me in an MMA match, and that yeah, you slammed me a lot, but let me see how much times these hands can slam you in your face, and let's see if you can do anything. So that's who I really want to go against. So and because I've already been to his side, so come to mine and let's see how you survive. See if you can come in the jungle and come out the same man as you were when you came in.
I like that. Yeah, I have one guy, I won't say his name, but he talked to mess about certain things in my game, and I asked him, I was like, all right, we'll do 3 rounds. First round boxing, second round Muay Thai, third round full MMA. You really got it, you'll take all 3 rounds, and kind of stopped talking to me after that. So,
We don't even pay none of people like that attention.
Facts.
exactly. And so I know we've seen you do MMA, we've seen you do boxing, BJJ. I don't think I've seen you do like a kickboxing match, have you? Or do you think you might do one?
I've done kickboxing. I did it against this one dude. That's how I won one of my medals. Um, but yeah, man, I've done kickboxing.
Thank you, Steve.
I've done MMA. The only thing that I haven't done is Muay Thai. But to be honest with you, Muay Thai is kind of in a way similar to kickboxing. There's just a little bit different rules. You know, um, So to me, I would try something like that. Coming up, I have a fight on the 24th. I'm not going to be at the Scrapyard at this event because of it. I don't want to do 2 fights in one day like that. If I'm doing a MMA fight, I want to be fully there and be only about that opponent and nobody else, because that's about getting a trophy, and I'm going to go get that trophy, and I'm going to go win that shit, because they said if I keep on winning and if I keep on showing out the way that I have, I'll be able to go for a belt, and when I go for that belt, I'll be able to take it home. So to be a champion, not only in the Scrapyard but somewhere else, gotta do it.
Respect. What promotion is that with?
I'm fighting with Shark Tank.
Okay.
It's out in
Ooh.
Overhead MMA. Um,
Hey.
it's where Ron is at.
Okay.
I'll be at the fights. Ron's seen a lot of my fights. I think he's seen all my fights, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm about to go to over there, and I'm gonna keep on winning, and I'm gonna keep on collecting these trophies. I've already have 3. Won from Heart in the fight. I won that one for the most heart, and then I won a couple from fights. So, at the end of the day, we're gonna go for the 3rd one, and like I said, it's belt season and medal season and trophy season. Like what I used to say, it's just that season, bro. It's that season to start getting to the grind and getting that shit going and getting that money.
Oh yeah. I was curious. Was that the Hammerhead MMA? Is it gonna be around there? Are they the ones putting on that promotion or no?
Yeah, they're the ones putting on that promotion. It's inside there, so I'm gonna be doing MMA 135. The dude's 0-2, so we're gonna try to make him 0-3. We're gonna go in there and do what we can.
See it.
Keep our mindset at winning. In my vocabulary, there's no losing in my vocabulary. That's just not what we do. We win. And if we lose, then that's just what it is. We go back to the drawing board and we think of something different and a different way to attack, so that I never go back down again. Because I've lost a couple of times, and a couple of times that I have lost, I've learned stuff from that. And as you guys have seen, I haven't lost in a long time, and it's because I learned what it feels like to lose, and I learned what to do differently to not lose again, or not lose to the same capacity as I have.
Yeah, learn from your mistakes.
Facts.
For
Facts.
those of you that don't know, the fighters from Hammerhead MMA are badass too. Like all the different styles that they produce. When you watch Street Beast West Coast and you see fighters and they say, I'm from 50/50 MMA, and you're like, oh, it's about to be a banger. Yeah. So that's going to be I can't wait to see Lights Out like that. I know with you saying it's trophy season, I was curious because I know once before in one of the shows you had talked about trying to go for Golden Gloves, but I know that the timing unfortunately didn't quite work out at the moment. It was like some things have already transpired. Do you think that's going to be an upcoming goal for this next year, or do you kind of feel yourself moving past that and trying to hit larger milestones, or including compensation?
Mm-hmm.
I want to start doing more amateurs. Before I go to Golden Gloves, I want to I want to show everybody what I got out there, and I don't want to go to Golden Gloves and just get silver. I want to go to Golden Gloves and actually get Golden Gloves and not just sit there and, okay, I'm gonna go in and get my ass beat. Like there's people who are there who are actually about it, who are actually all game and actually want to go in there and compete. And for me, I'm the same way, but I gotta do more before I can go and you know challenge any of those people. Because to respect the game of fighting, there's levels. As you should know, there's levels to this. And all due respect, I don't know right now necessarily if I fight in Golden Gloves if I would win. And that's nothing against me, and that's not saying that I'm a bad fighter, that I'm not good at all. It's just like knowing that where I'm at right now, and knowing my weight class, and knowing that people in my weight class are a lot faster and have a lot more it's not like I'm going against somebody who's heavy, like I'm a heavyweight. Like I'm going against people who are lighter, have a lot more movement to them, and So I just gotta keep on working, and my working is showing in the scrapyard. So I'm just gonna keep on doing that, keep on doing my amateurs, keep on getting these Shark Tanks and whatever. And like I said, they said one time, I was talking to Joey. He said if I keep on winning, I'll get a belt. I'll get a belt opportunity. And when I win that belt, I get to take it home. So I just keep on grinding.
Hey, we've definitely seen you excel and level up in the scrapyard within the past year. It's probably been almost 2 years since you've been on the show. So, and talking with you right now, I definitely noticed the level up mentality. Your mentality seems to be a lot more in the game than what I remember. And then being honest with yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of times, victory can misguide us or mislead us. And being honest with yourself and giving yourself time to grow. That's a wonderful thing. That people my age don't ever find out or realize. So to be, so young and have that in your head already, that's great. I wanted to ask you though, since we last spoke with you, I believe you've joined a gym in a fight team, or at least have a coach. Could you speak to that?
Um, so I go sometimes and go train, and when I do, I go and train with Jermaine White, um, with Maliko Goon's coach. We were just chopping it up on Facebook, and when I do go train, I go train there, or I'll go to the Pillar's house, or I'll just go on a run by myself, or I'll just go train by myself, hit a tree or whatever. Whatever I do is what. Any work to me is good work. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? You're not just sitting on your ass. You gotta do something. And a lot of the times, like I'll be going through like a moment where I just don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to communicate with nobody. So when I go through those moments, I just gotta train by myself and kind of just be by myself. And yeah, it kind of sucks because that's not how fight life is supposed to be. But sometimes I just get that that feel like there's a lot of weight on my shoulders sometimes, and I just feel like I'm just I don't feel like I want to really be with people or around people, so I just train by myself. But when I do go train, I train with Coach Jermaine White, and I train with the Pillar and stuff. So I do go train with my friends and my people. So you know what I'm saying. And I'm gonna always do that. You know what I'm saying. No matter if I'm rich, famous, no matter what. I'm gonna always train with my people because my peoples were training with me when I didn't have nothing. They're gonna train with me when I have it. So.
And real quick, we had a question in the comment section, but I wanted to ask you before that question, what do you feel like you're getting when you train with these individuals? What do you feel? What do you feel is changing or adding to your game?
When I train with Coach Tree, I train with Coach Tree too, and when I trained with him, because I used to train with him, I've trained with Coach White, but when I train with Coach White and Coach Tree, the things I've learned from both of them is just to respect yourself and respect the person you're fighting. Don't sit here and try to disrespect that person. Fighting is not to you don't just fight to fight. To me, you fight to make peace with your enemy. That's the reason why you fight. And you fight for your family, and you fight for your country when you fight for the Olympics. And so like for me, like when I fight, when I coach with these people, with Coach White, or I could train with Coach Tree, they just teach me different things, but like how to plant my foot, how to turn my hips, how to avoid shots, how to get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? And the first person to ever teach me how to throw a correct jab was Coach Tree. He was the first person to ever teach me how to throw a correct jab. He's like, "This is how you throw a jab, and I'm gonna teach you." I was like, "Okay." And then when I went to Coach White, he was the only one that really worked with me and like really like was patient with me and slowed down and was like, "Look, man, this is all we gotta do. This is all you gotta focus on. Focus on these key points. We'll move on to this. You know what I'm saying? Focus on A, B. We'll get to C. You know what I'm saying? Let's just focus on A, B first. You know what I'm saying? So being along with him and knowing what kind of mindset he has, and the people that he's got me connected with, he's got me connected with Lights Out James Toney, and that was crazy. You know,
Come on, man.
when he texted me, you know, that was crazy. I never expected him to comment on my post, and then when I texted him, he texted me back.
Mm,
You know, the things
that's what's up.
that these individuals have done for me and the things that the scrapyard has done for me, I can never thank enough, because without the scrapyard, I would have never met any of these people. So, and I would have never learned any of this stuff. So, I really give all my thanks to Steve, you know, for me and all these people and getting myself out there. You know, without Steve, I wouldn't have met, you know, I wouldn't have met Sean Kemp, you know, and I wouldn't have met all these people that I've met, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and training with all these people, they just teach you to get into a different mindset when you fight. When you fight, there it is. You know what I'm saying? You just go in there, do your job, and you get it moving. And for how old I am, I'm 25.
Nice. All right. No, it's I know Tree got some skills. He's I went to his gym once or twice, and oh yeah, I left hurting in a good way though. You know, I learned a lot. Damn. Um, and then yeah, I know. Go see also the other question. Do you ever feel like you need a full-time coach to be able to level up at some point?
Good question.
Yes, actually, and that's what I'm working on. Uh, the finances just kind of getting to me. A lot of things are expensive. I want to do a lot of things to my car before I go those distances, because the coach that I want to go full time with is Jermaine White, and he lives about an hour away. So I want to make sure that, you know, going towards Seattle, that my car isn't gonna, you know, overheat or anything. So I just gotta, you know, take it day by day, train as much as I can. But I'm just trying to honestly get into a good spot. Once I'm getting to a good spot, it's go time, and people better watch out for Lights Out, because I'm knocking people out. I'm knocking heads off. Y'all see what Maliko Gunn has done, and I'm gonna do the same thing.
Damn, Maluka Goon throws some bombs too. I bet training with him is fun.
And
And I would
you
say if you know, I work on my car, my girl's car, some people in my family's car and stuff. If you ever need a little help putting a part in, give me a call. I'll come help you out. I got pretty much all the tools.
and like it's crazy because
I was thinking the same thing, Ryan.
never
Go
really
fund me.
I've never really trained with Malik Ogun himself, because Malik Ogun at that time was going through a lot of stuff. He was in the hospital and stuff, and a lot of things were going on with him. So I didn't really get to train with him. I trained with Elijah, which was Jazz, and the one that I fought. So I trained with him. We trained together, and it was a good time, you know. And I learned a lot from Coach Tree. I learned a lot from White, and it's just crazy, you know, just to know. And they're two different coaches. Like Jermaine White is totally different from Coach Tree, you know. But for me, you know, I've hung out, I've talked to, I text more Jermaine White, you know. So me and Jermaine are more close. So I feel like me and him have a better relationship than me and Coach Tree. But I respect Coach Tree to the fullest, because he's still been there. He's been a pro, and he's done that, and he's still doing it. He's teaching all these kids how to be great fighters, you know, and he's going to keep on doing his thing. And it's great to see it.
It's actually kind of cool. At the school my kids go to down the street, I seen a group of younger kids that he coaches. I seen all the way. Hold on, and I saw them all running. He's like, "Hey, do this!" Dude. I was like, "Yo, Trey!" Like, buddy, what's up? I'm like, wait. And so yeah, he had some of the kids running laps around the school, and he like taught some classes there and stuff. And I was like, okay, so yeah, he does a lot for the community. It's crazy the amount of stuff he teaches. Uh, and he helped teach Daedric, the boxer. He was going around. He's gone to nationals. He's gotten to fight in a couple different countries and stuff. So I mean, shit, yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, watch out for him, guys. Watch out for Dedrick. He's
Man, but I was gonna ask you because we always talk about like Samke says, cardio is key, and everyone knows you as like a cardio king. But having a car, I feel like, you know, when you biked everywhere, that definitely added to your cardio. Do you feel that you're still on the same level since you have a car to be able to travel here and there, or?
probably not. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I still have great cardio. Like I still have good cardio. I still do my shit. Like I still have good cardio, but it's like it's not like how I used to because I used to ride my bike everywhere. Like that was the way I got to work. That was the way I got anywhere. Like anywhere I had to go, I had to take my bike. So before I got a car, I didn't have anything. So getting a car and being able to travel places is a lot different. Um, But I was just thinking the other day, talking to my girl the other day about like, hey, I'm gonna start getting back on that bike because I'm telling you, I'm gonna start riding all the way from Lakewood to Ruston Way, which is about I don't know, like 10
OTH.
miles, but we're gonna do it. What's good, Overtime Hustling? How you doing?
OTH.
Let's see.
Damn, hold on. You said Lakewood to Ruston Way?
Yeah,
Damn, that's a good little mob. He's going all the way through a whole city damn near to get that's yeah.
How many miles we talking? Well, give me an estimate. What we looking like?
At least 15.
yeah.
No, it's gotta be more than 15. At least 20. At least 20 miles.
My. Yeah, man, that's good stuff, bro. That's
Like,
that's good stuff.
go do that, no problem.
And then I was curious too, because I know earlier before the show, Jay brought up how you used to have the top ramen diet. We still doing the same level of nutrition, or as your skills have leveled up, has your nutrition leveled up as well?
Listen, I don't. What's good with you, man? Look, I don't do top ramen no more. I promise.
Thank God.
Listen, I've had a realization like, okay, I could eat top ramen sometimes. Sometimes it's okay. It's okay to eat it sometimes. But like the way I was doing it, I was overdoing it. I feel like my diet now is a lot different. Like I don't really eat like that to begin with now. Like I used to eat a lot. I used to eat a fuck ton. But like now that I stopped eating so much, I fast a lot to keep at my weight. I don't eat a lot sometimes, and I drink a lot of water. So I only eat like once a day. I'll say once, twice a day. I'll snack, but I only eat like a big thing once. I don't eat cereal in the morning, and I don't really eat at work. When I go to work, I don't really eat, but when I come home, I'll eat something like small, and then I end up go get something for dinner. But like I don't really eat like that. I don't really. Yeah, I used to eat a lot when I did the top ramen, not no more.
In a week, how much top ramen you eating in a week
Back then,
currently?
I haven't ate top ramen in a few months.
Oh shit, there we go. He's a changed man. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, buddy. You know what it is? If you're gonna eat ramen, eat real ramen. Go to
But
a shop and get real
back then, I
ramen.
swear, guys, I swear, this is what happened. Back then, I used to eat four packs of those ramen at once, and like I would eat that for like days. But at that time,
Wow.
it at that time, bro, though the struggle was real.
Struggle was real.
Struggle was really bad.
Hey,
Now,
hey, I've been
It
there.
hap-
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I ain't never been there.
but I don't do that no more. I got a job. I work for Silly Tempur-Pedic. Um, I work for a mattress company, so
oh shit.
I don't do that no more.
You're like, I got a little discus sleeping on the job. You can caught sleep on the job. I would. Shoot, 2 feet
Uh,
up. I gotta test out every one.
I work on the foundation, so I make like box springs. So like the box springs you see, I make those.
Oh
So
wow.
I used to do the shipping department because I've only worked there for a month, and I used to do the shipping department. But then I ended up getting transferred, and I got more money. I got $1 raise, so I ended up just
Hell
going.
yeah.
It was easier than lifting them heavy ass beds that be weighing like almost 200 pounds. Because we have these beds that are like $4,000, and them bitches weigh like almost 200 pounds. But see, me, I get my bed off of if I buy a bed because we're about to have a sale soon, and if I buy a bed through them, I get it for 25. I get 75% off, so I only have to pay 25% of what it
Wow.
is. whatever that
I
is.
come through you. Yeah, let me hold on. Next time I get paid, I'm gonna hit you up. Like, yeah, I need a new bed. My shit's broken.
Hey, real talk. Springs be boxing me at night. Shit. Well, I ain't lying. Shit.
Hey, like I say, you gotta invest in a juicer. I just finished mine. If you don't like to eat a whole lot, because then you get jam-packed nutrients, you can pound it right down real quick, and you get everything you need without having to deal with all the fullness and fiber and stuff.
Oh
That's
yeah.
smart. That's smart. Yeah, do people at work know you're a fighter? They know?
Yeah. My boss, before I got hired, he was like, "So, like, what do you do?" I was like, "I'm a boxer." He's like, "Oh." He's like, "All right, that's cool, that's dope." He's like, "What do you box through?" And I told him who I boxed through, and okay, that's cool. I kind of already knew I had the job before I got the job. The only thing that really got me is when they sent me for the drug test. It was a piss test, and I was kind of like, but then I was like, I only do weed. So I went there, and they weren't testing for weed. They were testing for other substances. So I got the job. I was applying for other jobs before they told me I got the job, but then they're like, "Congratulations, you start July 16th." So I've been working, trying to get my money up. Yeah, bro, about to go get on the 20th. I got an appointment for my passport.
Let's go.
Um,
For the UK?
yeah, for the UK.
Let's
So
go.
things are looking up. You know what I'm saying? I might not be training like everybody else does, but I most definitely am getting in the right position to where I can and to when I do. But like I said, people better just watch out. Like people forget that when I came in there, I was fighting heavier. I was fighting at a heavier weight. People forget that I was fighting at almost 150 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
people,
yeah.
I was 148 when I first started fighting. When I was
You're
fighting
135?
130, I'm 138 now. I lost 10 pounds. And like back then, that was when I was fighting for the 145-pound championship. And so I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot of weight. And I've done what I needed to keep at my weight and keep where I need to be. Because Jermaine White always tells me, he's like, you always need to keep your weight. He's like, because you never know when someone's going to try to test you at the scrapyard for your belt, which is true.
True.
Because test me at the scrapyard for my belt, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to be like, can I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what
Well,
it is.
see, people are gonna try to test you at the scrapyard, but what I'm curious about is, are you gonna try to go test some people over in the West Coast? I want to see you whoop some booty in the sand, man.
I was just talking to Daniel, and he was talking to me about getting set up with an opponent down there. And I was like, when the money gets right, I'll come do it. So I just want everybody to know that this is me saying that I'm trying to go do it. It's going to be me versus Sad Lee,
Oh
and I'm going to go
my.
to do what I got to do, and hopefully it could be soon. I'm trying to set everything up. I'm trying to get everything going. I just started this new job, so I don't want to reach in the bag too much because I'm already going to London. So going somewhere else is kind of a big reach for now. But I want it to happen. I've heard a lot of other people saying they want it to happen. I've seen a lot of comments saying they want it to happen. So if we can make it happen, let's make it happen. And if you can come to the scrapyard, let's make it happen. I'll fight anywhere, and I'll fight anybody. I'm not. I don't fear nobody but God, and that's just what Jermaine White taught me to do. Don't fear nobody but God. The only person that can step in your way is God. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he just if I go against anybody, they're just another like like a lot of fighters say that he's just another puzzle piece. Another puzzle piece that I gotta put in play or another chess move that I gotta make. You know what I'm saying? He's just another the chess piece I got to capture real quick. Like John Jones said. So you know what I'm saying? It's just another pawn. I just gotta get this pawn out my way. A lot of and there's a lot of them. There's gonna be a lot of them in my life, and I'm just starting. There's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna get in my way, but I just gotta take care of business.
Yeah, last I heard about Sad Lee, he was going to be going amateur pretty soon, like maybe after his next fight. So hopefully, hopefully this dream matchup could go down before then.
How can you see up for the culture?
I mean, even if he does amateur, we could still get it on. I know Turtle was doing amateurs and still fighting at the scrapyard. So if we both want to go to the West Coast, we both want to go to the scrapyard. We both want to meet up for just say his last, just to, salute him off. I don't see why not. I don't really know him personally. So if anybody ever thinks I have beef with him, I don't. I don't know him. I've never spoke to the man. I've seen his fights. I've seen some of them. With him in his Naruto suit, and I like that. I like him. And I like the way that he fights. I have nothing bad to say about that man. But all I know is I got hit up by Daniel that his opponent pulled out, and he was looking for another opponent. And I told Daniel I would have took it if I was in the West Coast. I would have took it.
Yeah, man. Was it for this month's anniversary? Yeah, yeah. So kind of late notice, but worth a shot.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sad Lee because he's a solid dude. He's a good dude, really. Good fighter, good dude. So
I really wish I could have been there, because that would have been dope. Lights out coming to the West Coast, But when I start traveling to different branches, they better watch out because I'm coming to all of them, every single one of them. Lights
who's
out.
caught your eye out of the different branches besides Sad Lee?
I mean, I don't really know. When I watch Street Beefs, because to be honest with you, and I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch them when I was younger a lot. But now that I fight, I don't really watch their channel. I don't really know their fighters in my weight. I know that I've seen a couple, Little Croc back in the day. I've seen Money Mill, and those are a couple of good people, but I don't know a lot of people my weight. Um, but
Zaytoven.
I mean, anybody my weight, I'm good to get it with. I told Steve, and this is why I haven't been fighting a lot of people bigger. I told Steve I'm done fighting people bigger. I want to start fighting people my weight.
Yeah.
Doing things my way. Because, I mean, not that I'm scared of nobody bigger, because I've proven that I can beat people bigger. Many times I've proven that I can beat people bigger. I just want to stay in my weight class. And I tell Steve all the time, I'm like, I know this isn't pros, but if it was pros, I wouldn't be going against him. Like, if this was real amateurs, I would not be going against that man.
Facts.
So I just want to keep it my way, and I've been doing that. So, and we've been going good, I think right now I haven't lost a fight since the dudes came from California and raided the scrapyard. F and F.
Those dudes were nice.
That was the event I fought at where you cornered me.
Yeah.
And thank you for that.
You're welcome, bro. It was a pleasure, bro. It was really a pleasure. But that was the last time that I lost. That was and after that loss, I was like, I gotta come back better. I just gotta, like, you see how I punch now. You see how I fight now. Like, I needed to come better. Like, before, I was like, when I first started, I was more scared to get hit, and I was still a little bit afraid to get hit. But now I'm like, hit me, bro. Please hit me, because like, I think like, damn, bro, like, what are you scared by people your weight when you went against people bigger than you, and you've sparred people bigger than you. You used to spar JB, who weighed 240 pounds. Like, get in the mind state of why are you scared to get punched by this dude that weighs 135 pounds like you haven't been hit by somebody who's almost 100 pounds bigger than this guy?
You
Like,
can feel the oomph behind it, or their heavy punches actually leave you dinging. You're like, whoa.
and JB's hit me when we used to spar. JB hit me with a couple of those, a couple like, ooh, hold on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta think about, like, bro, you've been hit by bigger dudes, bro. When you go against people your weight, bro, just go in there and just attack, fall back a little bit, attack, fall back a little bit. Just keep with the plan. Just keep on doing what you gotta do. Keep your feet moving, keep the head movement. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that he can't touch you. And if he can't touch you, then what points are they counting? Because if I'm punching you, but you're not punching me, then what the fuck? There's not really much that's going on. And if you notice in a lot of my fights, I more try to counter people now. Like, okay, you're swinging, all right, boom. Like with the chef, I was more like patiently waiting for him to, and I wasn't really just attacking like I used to. And a lot of the times when I used to fight, bro, my head used to be down, and that was a problem.
Hell yeah. Man, I was gonna actually ask you, do you know who you're fighting in the UK or not yet?
I do.
Oh, dude.
I'm fighting a dude from India, but I don't know.
Really? Do you have any info on him? Anything at all? A name? Does
I
he have
have
any other stuff you could look at?
I have his name, but like I don't really like remember his name. I just know that he's a dude from India. We're finna fight. Um, yeah, and that's just what that is.
What's his record? Do you know?
No, I don't. I wish I did, but I do know that he's that. All I know is he's coming from India, and that I'm just gonna go in there. I'm gonna win. That's just what it is.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, what's the promotion that's putting it on? Because I want to look them up. I want to look up these fights, man. Or if they or
I'm not really sure. Lynn and Steve has most of the information. Uh,
yeah.
So, like, I didn't really get much. I just got the who I'm fighting, where we're going to be going to, but we haven't even got the date yet of when we're going. So, it's still in plan. We're still going through. Hooking up some. Getting some pieces connected. And Lynn trying to probably, I think, he's still trying to figure some stuff out. I don't know what's going on in his end. I'm not trying to be in anybody's business. You know what I'm saying? The only business I have and that I need to maintain is that I'm fighting. That's my business. All the other fun, whatever the fuck they got going on is whatever they got going on. All I know is that dude's from India, and you better watch USA because USA is coming to rock his dome. That's what it is.
It's still coming together, and shit is bound to change in the process. So,
Exactly.
as long as you're training you're mentally sharp, you're good. How do you feel about fighting overseas and just being in a different environment altogether? Does this phase you? Does it affect the nerves? Are we excited? Where we at?
I'm excited, but at the end of the day, it's my house. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's mine. Like, that's what it is. Like when I go into the scrapyard, like, it's mine. Like for the time that I'm in here, it's mine. And Steve might own this cage. Yeah, you might be right. But as I'm in here right now, this cage is mine. You know what I'm saying? And wherever I stand, it's mine. No matter if it's in China, no matter if it's in Jamaica, no matter where it's at, it will forever be mine because I'm stepping in that bitch and I'm gonna claim it as mine. And when I beat you up, I'm gonna put a flag right above my head, like, yeah, this is who's doing it to you.
You're gonna be like, yeah, go stand over, do a little teabag. No, I was playing. It's not video games. Dude. Well, I know that Ghosty asked him when you do find out more about your opponent, are you going to try to keep it more surprised? Or are you actually going to want to research, break down the fighting style, and try to get inside and counteract everything else? Or are you just going to keep training with Coach White and just sticking to his game plan?
I mean, I don't really care. If I can do research, I don't really have as much research to go off of. No, I do. But as far as I know, he has a lot of research he can go off of me. Um, and that's just the crazy part. He doesn't have much footage. I have a lot. Um, so you could look me up right now on YouTube, and I'm gonna pop up every time. So when it comes to shit like that, like he has a lot of footage he can watch on me. He can sit here and like, okay, this is what he does, and you see if what I can do differently. But at the same time, I'm a fight how I fight now. But when I go into the UK, London, I'm gonna fight completely different. Like I want people to know, like it's gonna be like a switch just turned on. Like damn, he wasn't fighting as good as he wanted to. Because I want to show everybody my best and the best of my abilities when I go to London. Because we're gonna be, as I heard, televised on in London. So if I'm televised in London, televised, I shall televise your ass finna be on the floor. I'm not finna get knocked out like that on television.
Right, that's a good motivator right there. Like, yeah, I don't want to be embarrassed in front of millions of people.
Got it.
And it's a good way to expand your fan base, bro, because the UK, they really respect fighting out there, boxing in particular. They have a long lineage, a long history with fighting and whatnot. So it's a huge opportunity for all of y'all.
Extremely. It's like it's the biggest opportunity that I've been blessed with. Like
To
I've
be
played,
announced, King Cow, to be announced.
I've been to football and shit, and I've been to world like I've been to like state and shit, and like to be in state is totally different to like going to London, going in front of like a whole bunch of different like people. Like it's a different culture out there, and knowing that it's gonna be a different culture, I gotta be prepared for that. So going there, I just gotta have the mind state that a lot of places, especially we know a lot about the United States, but we don't know about shit that goes down in London. You know what I'm saying? I can say that I own that bitch, but at the end of the day, we got to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we don't know what the fuck they could do to us or what could happen. So, we got
Not in
all
your own backyard. Yeah, it's oof.
we in theirs, and that's not a good backyard you want to be in. I mean, it's a good place to visit, but like, it's cool to be in your own place in the United States, to be in your own little comfort zone, to know that you hear a lot of shit that goes on in the news or see it on Facebook, but you ain't gonna see a lot of shit that goes on in London. Like there's a lot of shit that goes unheard in London that we don't hear about. So it's a great opportunity, but we gotta all be safe. You know what I'm saying? And that's what God's for.
Right. So I had a question. This could be fight related, non-fight related. I just wanted to know. We're like, we're past halfway through the year. We're like 2/3, whatever. What's the craziest thing of 2024 that you have done?
Um, when am I? To be honest, winning my trophies. I feel like winning the trophies that I've won to me is like one of the biggest things that I've done because I didn't have those before, and like a lot of people, like they could look over and be like, oh, look at your trophies. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, look at your medals. Before I didn't have none of that. I didn't have medals. I didn't have trophies. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of the medals I did have, the trophies I did have got lost. I don't have them no more. So it's like to have something that I'm gonna forever have, is gonna forever be in my possession is great because I'm gonna keep on going, and I've won a couple in 2024, and I'm gonna keep on going until 2000 and whatever, until I die or until I retire. I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm just gonna keep on going. I'll keep on moving
Keep on going.
on God.
Well, see, this is the part of the show where I usually have to end up being the bad guy and say we're probably gonna can't keep you all night. So before we have you give shout outs, Samke, did you have any final questions for Lights Out over here?
Yeah, man. Final question of the night. Lights out. If there's one thing you could tell the people, anything, about yourself, about fighting. Let's hear it.
Shit. I just want to tell everybody to just be loving. Spread the love. Uh, and try to help as much as you can. Um, I I'm that kind of person. I love to help people as much as I can. If I have it, I'm gonna give it. So just try to help one another. Give one another respect. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people in this world respect each other. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I need people to understand that respect is something that we need to live by. Because if we live by that, then everybody's gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? If every country worked together, if every country respected each other, if every country got along, do you know how perfect it wouldn't be perfect, but do you know how good our world would be? If North Korea got together with the USA, if Russia got along with the USA, if we all got along with each other, then we would be fine. That's all I want to do is spread the love, positivity, and just tell you guys to watch. You just keep on watch me grow, and I'm gonna forever be lights out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna forever keep on living by the code, never change, never forget who brought you here, and don't like I said, just don't change. Don't let the money change you. Don't let everything change you. Be yourself, and keep the people who have always been there. Keep them close to you. Like Buddy B has always been there for me. Tom K's been there for me. So you got to keep them close. You know what I'm saying? So keep everybody close to you guys, because you never know when it's going to be your last day. You never know when you're going to take that last breath. The last time you talk to that person, the last time they're going to breathe. You know what I'm saying? I said, R.I.P. to Jay Gotham, but I said bye to Jay Gotham. I didn't know that would be my last time. Um, so just tell everybody that you see, that you care about, that you love them, and just spread the love, bro. Spread the positivity and spread the kindness, man.
Absolutely. True words, man.
Respect, man. Well, if you want to go ahead and give everyone your social medias and your shout outs, your plugins, now would be the time.
Hell yeah. Follow me on Instagram at lightsout_CTB. And I also want to give a shout out to my niece Ava. I want to give a shout out to JB, my sister Candace, and my mom. I want to also give a shout out to my girlfriend Bella. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's always held me down. Shout out um to Steve, Gaba Gaba Tacos, you know what I'm saying, for always giving us food for when we go there, you know what I'm saying? And just for everybody. And I just also, if you guys ever want to train with me, if you know me, hit me up.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I like it. Man, no, that was a fun ass show. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I'm glad to hear it. And one of the reasons I love this show is so we get to see the growth and the evolution of fighters. So thank you.
Hell yeah, and thank you guys for having me. I've been saying I want to come back on the show, to just share where my mind's at now. Before I didn't have, my mind wasn't really as clear as it is now. I was speaking to this guy that really helps me, uh, with my interviewing and stuff, like a life coach, really just to kind of smoothen out my where I have rough areas. So that's the reason why I'm kind of the way I am now. I speak better than I did. I have more confidence. Um, Before I didn't have the confidence, but now I do. And thank you guys so much for having me. It was a pleasure. Shout out Buddy V, Sam K, and Jay and Britt. Again, thank you guys for having me.
All right, thank you,
We
man.
appreciate you, bro.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, peace.
Great
Oh, that was
show,
fun.
man.
Heck yeah, it was a killer show. But that peace out was for Lifetime, not for you guys. You guys can't go anywhere. You know the show's not over yet.
Yo.
So I got to ask you, because I always everything I do with the podcast comes from a place of sports, right? My brain always works in sports. So with an artist, isn't it almost like, sure, my first contract was shit, but I'm playing for my second contract. I'm playing for like to get that generational wealth, because that first contract, you're new, they got you, they can give you whatever they want, plus you're learning the game.
I'm not mad at anybody that feels that way. I feel like a lot of, not even just artists, I think with a lot of shit, your first deal, your first whatever the hell it is, be the shittiest one, because you're still learning the situation, you're still learning the game. Once you learn more, that second one, you're gonna make sure it works for you. It may feel like it may look like it's a little less than the first contract, but it works out better for you than that first contract did.
What's up, everybody? It's Jay from Yankee and the Brit, bringing you some exciting news. King Palms and Yankee and the Brit are teaming up together to give you an amazing deal. Head over to kingpalm.com, use promo code KPYNB to save 20% off your entire order. That's right, 20% off your entire order just by using the promo code KPYNB.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
You know, as always, you start off with the scrap yard, and we're talking about Jay. And no, not our producer Jay back there, you know, but we will see him one day in the yard. Jay, this man, he kills it. He came out, and let me just say, talk about smashing through your opponent. This man put on a display, and I need to see him back. It's like the first time I saw the Terrifier fight, I was just blown away. I was like, I need to see more of this guy, Jay. And yes, please, somebody come out here and fight that man. I need to see some more. So, Jay, I need to see you back out. And, yeah. So, from the West Coast, Dark, another gentleman who came out and who had a good performance, especially because I liked his it was his first time. You could definitely tell that he packs a punch, and afterwards he was very respectful as well, which really I enjoy seeing in fighters. I like seeing the show in the cage. I like seeing the fight, the emotion, the display of character, and afterwards you're like, all right, you know, good job. We got in there, we duked it out. That's one of the greatest things to see. So, Dark, please give me some more fights. I want to see what else you got in store. From the OG yard, PA. Now, this guy was kind of, I slept on him for a minute. I saw his fight, and in the beginning of his fight, the other gentleman was kind of, you know, getting some good whales in. And I was like, oh, man, he's going to pull through. He's going to come here. Man, talk about weathering the storm. When he came through, he was playing his game the whole time. I don't know what I was thinking. PA had the whole situation going the way he wanted. He just let us be deceived for a minute. And he was playing defense very well. So if you want to go see his fights, you got to go check him out, because PA is definitely worth the watch. And from Dirty South, another gentleman I was sleeping on, Crazy Man Craig. Man, I watched one of his fights, and he starts off saying he's foreign. On wait, what? I've never seen any of this man. So as soon as I watch him put on a performance, and he's talking about positivity, discipline, getting out there and taking everything that you want in life, and he comes out and does that, I had to go look up some more of his fights. And let me tell you, the man is worth the watch. Don't sleep on him like I was. And all these fighters are somebody you're going to want to check out. But those are my 4 fighters to watch.
Nice, nice. Great picks as always, man. I'm gonna have to check out those there was 2 of them I hadn't seen before, PA and the crazy man Cray. I'm gonna have to check those out.
Oh, yeah, those are fun to watch. But it's all heating up. Almost time for some
Fire. Somk and the Fire 5. Let's start things off. Street Beef's OG Yard. You see it. We have Coltrane versus Bryce. This is a MMA match, and these guys got busy very, very quick. You see the timestamp, 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We got a relentless barrages of attacks and strikes, some solid grappling, all gas, no breaks, and we got an unfortunate ending, but a banger nonetheless. Street Beefs, OG Yard, Coltrane versus Bryce. firefight. Moving on to Street Beef Scrapyard. Yeah, you see it. Big Stan versus Vlad. This was a boxing match, and it was a solid back and forth boxing match. Both of these guys battling for momentum. But as we say every single week, cardio is key. Cardio is key. Cardio is key. Both of these guys putting their heart and their will on the line. Big bombs being thrown by both men. Solid fight. Firefight. Street Beef Scrapyard, Big Stan versus Vlad. Yeah, taking you on over to Street Beef's West Coast. You see it. Scorpio versus Husky. We had Husky on not too long ago, and this was the match that he was talking about. This is a boxing match, heavyweight big boy action right here. Once again, heart and will and determination on full display. But as we say, cardio is key. And as we say, pacing is key. And if you didn't know, confidence is key. These guys had some huge exchanges. And it was surprising because the temperatures were hot as hell. I don't know how they did it. This was a firefight right here. Street Beast West Coast, Scorpio versus Husky. Taking you back to the OG yard. Hakuna Matata versus Danger. I mean, shit, just the names alone. This was another boxing match, and these guys went at it. These guys went at it. You see the time stamp, almost 10 minutes of action. Big shots being delivered. Great back and forth. And, the technique wasn't the sharpest, but these men had some of the biggest hearts I've ever seen. A true tug of war, a true tug of war between these guys. Neither man wanting to back down, and it resulted in a firefight. Street Beef's OG yard, Hakuna Matata versus Danger. And we're going to end it in the scrapyard. You see it. This is a title match, kickboxing. Brickhouse versus Jinja Ninja. These two did not disappoint. This was nonstop action. This was a chess match at that, and a real title defense between these two right here. We got a great mix of strikes, great use of range, and both men having dangerous intent all throughout the fight. Street Beef Scrapyard, Brickhouse versus Jinja Ninja, Samcan the Fire 5.
Fire 5. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to watch that Scorpio Husky one. I have not watched that one yet, so I'll make sure to check that out, especially right after the show.
Oh, yeah, please do. Please do. All the fights from the Hot Box, man, the last month's event were bangers. I think they have 3 or 4 fights up now from that event, but that Husky versus Scorpio was definitely a good one. And, seeing two guys fight through fatigue, outside of fighting each other, that's always something great to see.
Absolutely. Well, man, even though we had a blast this Tuesday on the Killer Show, is it about that time?
About that time, brother. I want to thank our guest tonight. Very much appreciated, champion. Lights out. If you guys haven't watched his fights, those of you who have watched his fights, go watch his fights. He's got over 40 fights. This young man has been champion for a while. And as soon as you press play on one of his fights, you'll see why. Thank you for your time, brother. I want to thank the people who are with us live. I want to thank the people who've commented, the people who are watching us on replay. We appreciate you. We do this for you all. Shout out to OG Yard. Shout out to Scrapyard. Shout out to West Coast. Shout out to Dirty South. We do this for you all. Overtime Hustler Magazine, much appreciated. Heart in the Fight, much appreciated. zwellworld.com. Much appreciated. Go check out zwellworld.com where you can get the Cardio is Key shirt right here. Should be a link in the comments. I don't know if that's in the comments or not, but hopefully it is. Yeah, I want to thank all of you who've been with us tonight. You know, if you're trying to catch me, I'm here, same time, same place every week. Jay, much appreciated, brother. Always killing it in the background. Buddy V, thank you. Much appreciated. Always killing it every week. And yeah, man, that's it for me.
Hell yeah. Well, shout out to Zuel. You know how we do it. The Instagram Zuel_Buddy V. There's been lots of fun stuff I've been posting, weekly things, lots of fun, crazy stuff. And like I was showing them before the show, I've been doing a lot of artwork, so I'm gonna start sharing it all around. And there's gonna be some special ones coming out, some special prints, not as well, but actual images and drawings that you might want to hang up in your house. So you never know. But yeah, when you go to zwellworld.com, you have a fun time. Remember, Y and B to get you a discount. And if you use the discount, like everyone else has, because the people that have bought the shirts can attest to this, you get extra merchandise. But that's only if you buy the Soundcase stuff. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching the show. You know, we love having you guys every single Tuesday. That I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And we always end this in Jay's famous words with one world, one love, deuces.